All right, brothers and sisters, I'm so excited. You know, we just continue to raise the bar higher and higher with the caliber of people that we bring to you from Being Through Time. So we have a woman who, you know, she's been in incredible major motion pictures. You know, I know all of you have seen stuff like I Am Legend and Antoine Fisher, Low Down Dirty Shame. I mean, just some incredible things. She's worked with incredible folks and continues to excite us with some of the things that she's doing. She's not only comfortable in front of the camera, but she's doing major work now behind the camera. We have the fabulous, the wonderful Salli Richardson-Whitfield here at Being Through Time. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, absolutely. We're happy to have you. And, of course, like I was saying, people, you know, are familiar with you in front of the camera, but you've been doing some work for a while now, really, behind the camera. How did you get the directing bug?
Well, you know, we all got to grow and move on and do some different things in our lives. You know, I got very inspired by my good friend Ava DuVernay when I did I Will Follow, and, you know, watching her work. And she encouraged me to get behind the camera. She felt that it was something that I, you know, was going to have an eye for. And I'm just thankful that she really gave me that motivation, because she was right. And I really have found something that I think may be why I've been acting all these years. Like, it's been my 30 years of acting has been my training to do what I may be the best at, which is directing.
Wow, that's amazing. That's incredible realization or passion that you have there. And, I mean, of course, with WGN America's Underground, you getting right into it, not with something that might be lighthearted and easy to do, but, I mean, these scenes and the whole all the episodes from Underground are just a pain of a little humor and just incredible turmoil and challenges that the characters are facing. So how do you handle all that emotion?
You know, it's as an actress, I'm right there with the actors, and it like when I look at a script, I see a scene, I definitely visualize it in my mind of how I would do it, and then I watch all the episodes, so I kind of know what their characters would do too. I know what their strengths are as actors, and it's just really about immersing myself in those characters, and you do feel, you know, when I leave a show like this, not only do I miss the actors, I miss the characters, because I've really become part of the family, and I care about these characters. And so I just think it's all about, you know, investing emotionally into it, really personally, and it helps my work as a director.
Beautiful, thank you. And can act necessarily doesn't become a good or effective director. When making that transition, were there some things that were a challenge? What was your biggest challenge?
I honestly think my biggest challenge was really just owning that I knew what I was doing and that I have a good eye. You know, I've really found my power as a woman and as a person during this process. And, you know, as a director, you really have to trust your vision, because you're the leader of everyone. And through that, I really have found that I've found my calling as a leader, and I trust myself. And so it's been empowering for me to really learn the true depths of my own talent. So it's really the learning thing was about just trusting myself.
And for those who don't know, Being Through Times, we're based in Chicago, have a strong Chicago following, and you got your start here in Chicago. Talk a little bit about your connection to Chicago.
Well, I was born and raised there. That's my connection. That's my family's still there. I still come home. My kids are going to be there for spring break. That's my hometown. So I did some theater in Chicago. I got all my first acting gigs there. Chicago's a good town to grow up in. And I think it kind of is the thing that makes me a cool person. I think that people who come from Chicago are really grounded people in general. And we're used to being around a lot of different kind of people, different cultures, different races. And it helps you coming to L.A. and in this business to be able to navigate people in life.
Absolutely beautiful. So, of course, I agree with you 100%. And what high school did you go to?
I went to the lab school.
Beautiful.
At the University of Chicago.
Yes, absolutely.
In Hyde Park.
Hyde Park. So we thank you so much. We don't want to take up any more of your time. We know that you got a lot of things you're doing, so we appreciate you being Through Times with us, brothers and sisters. We've been listening to Salli Richardson-Whitfield talk about directing Chicago and her experience just in the entertainment world. Is there anything else you want to say before we close out?
No, just, tell people who you are. You can still grow and do things that you've always wanted to do.
Absolutely beautiful. Oh, I did have one more question. Are you still a good shooter?
Am I still a good what?
Shooter.
Shooter? What are you talking about, golf?
Shooter. I remember an interview a long time ago. You said you were pretty good. You had a gun and you knew how to shoot well.
Oh, but well, I've not been shooting any guns lately. But I may need to make sure I have my gun handy the way the world's going on right now.